Well, here's a look at what Joe Biden's promised when it comes to migrants. He doesn't want detention centers along the Mexico border. He opposes the highly controversial policy of locking up children. He also doesn't want parents and children to be separated. He says he'll also halt efforts to build Donald Trump's now infamous border wall. That money will instead be used for better screening of migrants. Funds will also go towards helping migrants arriving at the border. Biden's also promised to gather with other regional leaders within his first 100 days in office to come up with a more permanent solution. He's also promised changes for migrants already in the US. He's expressed support for DACA, a program meant to protect the children of undocumented immigrants. He's also announced an immigration reform bill, which will create a pathway to citizenship for 11 million undocumented people. Let's bring in Linda Rivas, who is the Executive Director at Las Americas Immigrant Advocacy Center. She joins us now via Skype from El Paso in Texas, near the border with Mexico. Good to have you with us, Linda. What do you make of Joe Biden's plans for immigration? Do they go far enough?
Yes, that's something that we are all hopeful for, that this will go further. Right now, what we're dealing with under the Trump administration is some of the cruelest policies that we have ever seen implemented to essentially stop asylum. So we know that the rebuilding has to start immediately, and not only rebuilding, but we also hope to see expansion for protections for people who need it.
So at the very least, you're hoping for a more compassionate approach to the issue.
Absolutely. Compassionate, humane, moving away from the idea of immigrants and refugees as a national security risk, and the United States starting to treat people with true humanity is something that we are strongly advocating for. And to hear the Biden administration begin to plan, for example, to turn back the MPP or Remain in Mexico program, where thousands of asylum seekers were sent to Mexico into dangerous situations, is a very promising start.
And what about this issue of not wanting to continue to have anything to do with a policy that separates children from their parents?
Absolutely. We need to stop this policy and additionally start to reunite some of these families, especially those families, many of them who have been deported without their children and face indefinite separation. These are families that, we in El Paso have identified, have been working with. El Paso, unfortunately, was the pilot program for family separation. So we knew families separated since 2017. We hope to bring them into the spotlight. We hope that the Biden administration will begin to reunite these families to try and restore so much that they have lost and what they have endured.
What about the contentious issue of financial help for migrants?
Yes, well, the first step is we need to figure out how to help migrants in a way where they are not forced into dangerous situations to migrate. We know that the laws of asylum that we already have in our country allow for asylum seekers to have a process to work. We want to reject detention for asylum seekers because this is important for them to to truly be welcomed into our country. We believe that is where we need to start.
As we said a few moments ago, Joe Biden is promising to gather with other regional leaders within his first 100 days in office to hammer out some sort of long-term solution. What should that solution look like as far as neighboring countries are concerned?
Absolutely. Well, the responsibility has to lie within the United States. We saw under the Trump administration for far too long the pushing of asylum seekers into Mexico, even into third countries, as the third country agreements allowed for certain asylum seekers to be sent to countries that have essentially no existing asylum seeker whatsoever, asylum system whatsoever. So we want immediately the Biden administration to work with these other countries, but also not lose sight that people do need to migrate, that they are coming to the United States to seek protection and to stop putting the responsibility on other countries, but instead work together and be, the United States needs to be seen as true leaders in welcoming refugees, not only in our neighboring countries, but this needs to be a message to the world.
Really good to talk to you, Linda. Many thanks indeed for being with us. Linda Rivas there, Executive Director at Las Americas, the Immigrant Advocacy Centre.